Well, we're fixing to get under the way.
Looks like sunbeams coming through the clouds.
This is one of the chart books I use in planning trips and just studying things. This is an old version. I noticed this is a 1991 version. 1991 was just $12. These things cost $100 now. This very same book. A lot of the info is outdated in it, as far as phone numbers and stuff, but most of the river features are still the same. You can download all these charts for free off the Army Corps of Engineers site. But we used this when we traveled all the Tennessee River. And some of these tributaries, although it doesn't go into a lot of detail for the Hiwassee that we're on here now, it covers the greater portion of them. I mean, we're right here this morning, and today we're going to travel upstream through the lower portion, what's called the lower portion of the Hiwassee. Interstate 75 here, up to Calhoun, Charleston, Tennessee. But once you get upstream a ways, it ends here. And I printed out some Hiwassee I can't remember what the name of the website is now. I think it's the Blue Wave, Hiwassee Blue Wave website. This shows the Middle Hiwassee in better detail, and our goal is to get up to here. They're generating quite a bit up here on the upper end up at Appalachia Dam today, so these areas right in here is going to be kind of iffy. So we'll just have to see. Another book, this Tennessee River Guidebook by Jerry Hayes. It's out of print now, I believe. This, my version is 2018 edition, but I think this is probably the last one. The good thing about this book is, let's see if I can get down there to the Hiwassee. Here we go. Hiwassee. It will, explain some of the features you're seeing along the river. And we'll be stopping at this marina today to fuel up on our way back. But a lot of the details in here are the same, except we have found it. Some of these phone numbers are outdated. But for the most part, it's a good reference to. You can look at your river mile, and then it explains pretty much over here what you're seeing. Also have Cumberland River Guidebook was really great up on the Cumberland. I think it was the same issue. Yeah, this is really the first cruiser we've seen since we've been out. Somebody that's obviously traveling, but we figure they're probably a looper and they've came off the main river up into the mouth of the Hiwassee here to find the anchorage. They weren't here when we came in last night, so they must have come in pretty late. Yeah, I was hoping we'd see an eagle on this bluff here. Last time he was up through here, he was up on this upper snag, but he's not around here today. This is called Gunstocker Bluff. About 7 miles, 8 miles up the Hiwassee. Highway 58 bridge right there. That rock hanging right there. Probably all sorts of roosts. No eagles around this morning, unfortunately. That's called hole in the wall. Yep, that's a cave. Interesting. Oh, here's another one right here.
Yeah. I bet people would tell down there.
They might do it. I bet this whole place is riddled with caves. There's something really relaxing about cruising up a river like this and a light rain. So this is Interstate 75 between Knoxville and Chattanooga. Last year we came up a little bit above this point, turned around, but this time we're going to try to head all the way up as far as we can. I just checked on Google Maps, and this is a Olin chemical plant of some sort. I think it said chlorine alkali. Getting near Calhoun, Tennessee, which is right up around the bend. You can see the paper mill up in Calhoun. So this is all a large industrial area right here along the southern part of the river. There's another industrial port, and I guess it says it all on that car right there. Potash. Several barges tied up here. And one time it looks like they really use this river, but you can look up at the vegetation going around that large gantry crane that they just don't use it anymore, do they? All that's grown up, all these moorings are overgrown. But yeah, this is what we always knew as bow waters, but smell resolute wood products. It's huge. I didn't realize that this big, you don't see all this from the road. So, and right up here is the town of Calhoun. Highway 11. But we're gonna hop off on this little dock right here. Well, we'll see.
I don't know, it ain't a very big one.
That's good. I believe it'll hold good. All right, break time. Charleston River access. Calhoun, 4/10 of a mile. Just east of the Highway 11 bridge. So we're gonna head up probably about another 10 miles, hopefully, upstream from here. So on this side of the river, it's the city of Charleston. A little bit of the history there. And a pretty good map showing where we started today. We started down here And we are here, and hopefully, I was hoping we might be able to get up to where the Ocoee comes in. I'm not sure. I have to wait and see what this looks like, but there are a lot of shoals in this area. I want at least to make it to here, though. There's an anchorage right there. Mile 19.7 up the river. No, I think it's about 5 feet deep. Well, I can actually see the bottom. Yeah, it's not that deep, but we got a couple feet below the hull. Yeah, it's a little over 3.5 feet deep. I don't think we had one out back there, did we? We didn't have one.
Huh?
I didn't have the thing out. That's a little weir right there. Must have been a mill there at one time. The water intake for the city of Cleveland, Tennessee. Another intake for the city of Cleveland. I guess they had to expand. But the other one is just a little downstream from here. Starting to see quite a bit of current now. This is Hanniger Bluff. Looks like we might be running into the generation they started. Heavier generation they started this morning. Of course, the river's getting quite a bit narrower, so current's picking up pretty strong. Looks like about 1 mile an hour. Boulder in the water. Wish it showed just where the boulder in the water is. Just up ahead. I'm assuming that's pretty significant to put that on the map. Have to keep an eye out for that. So this is what they meant by boulder in the water, so it's obvious. That is it. Fell off that bluff many years ago. There's some big caves in here. Well, we run into a snag, almost quite literally. I thought that I could make it around this island on this end. You can see my track here. But there's a large snag right here at this neck, and there's a lot of current. On top of that, about right in here, the camera I had mounted up on front of the boat, the battery had died. Didn't know it, but I was too busy in here because of the current to take any other pictures. This is quite narrow in here. There was quite a bit of current and a lot of trees in the water along the bank. So this is as far as we could make it. In hindsight, I should have went back down here and tried this side of the island, but this is quite narrow in here too. I want to show you some pictures on the satellite images, what I'm talking about, but we decided that it was just a little too risky given the current conditions. They were generating quite a bit up at the Appalachia Dam, which is upstream quite a few miles, but I guess it's just something we'll have to come back and try again someday. I think what we'll do is bring the pontoon boat out down here sometime and try to head up through there. Here's a closer look at what I was talking about. We made it to right here, and you can see the shoal in here. And the time we was up there, there was another snag laying diagonal across the river here. So I could see this shoal from where I was at. We probably could have made it up through there, but with the current, I just didn't feel comfortable enough. There's a lot of strange currents and eddies in here too, so you wouldn't want to get a 3-ton boat hung on a sandbar. But the entry around this side too looked iffy. There's a lot of obstructions under the water. These are probably under the water. This water's fairly clear, and those may be, those could be 3 or 4 feet or 5 feet under the surface, but there's no way of telling. You can still see some shoals in there. It was kind of tight up here too, so anyway, like I said, I think we'll come back and try to bring the pontoon boat up through here, see if we can make that, but a little bit up a little further. But yeah, we didn't quite make it up to here. Looked like we had about another 5 miles to go to get to the Ocoee, mouth of the Ocoee. go. 21 gallons of fuel. Let's see. 21 gallons of fuel, engine. Fill up gas tanks. Add fuel to boat. 21 gallons. I think it probably already had it. Maximum, I'll put it to maximum. There we go. We ate out. And it's gonna make us be late to get back to our anchorage. Plus, we're looking at that big storm right there. I hope it's not coming this way. This is a nice marina. The little restaurant here is great. And we fueled up too. And we shouldn't have to have any more fuel till we get home. But it will be dark before we get to anchorage. We'll see. It still may be dusk. We'll have to cruise a little bit faster than normal, but we'll get there. Sting off here.
Oh, you got it in. You got the fender in.
Up, set, up, go. Booting it. All right. We got
Let's get out of here if we can for that.
got a long ways to go and a short ways to get there. Short time to get there, rather. I think he's gonna get out before me. He's not even started up yet. Yep, it's definitely going to be dark before we get to the anchorage. About another 6 or 7 more miles, and probably about 45 minutes of sunlight left. That's it.